themselves the upset. Yeah, that's the truth. We are really used to the roller coaster Seattle Surge. You know, top 12, top 3, top 12. Hasn't really been that this season. It's more of a lazy river, kind of meandering around, but isn't really going anywhere. We'll have to find out. Again, onto Hydro for both these two teams. You can see Sid on the P1. All about the flip, though. You can see Pred trying to make a move.
I hope they change things up here.
Let's go for both these two teams. 6 and 4 and 6 and 5 respectively for Seattle and Texas. So very, very close. But Texas have struggled as of recent on this map. 3 of the last 4 they have managed to lose, but they are to Thieves and Toronto. They have beat Seattle on this map before, so they will be feeling confident heading into it, even though the form has not necessarily been too great. And they will remain confident considering they have the spawns heading over towards P2. Shotzzy on Overwatch can do it like many of the other SMGs with the tag as well, holding down the lines, doing whatever job he needs to for the team. Just trying to keep the numbers down as they go for this push, but right now Seattle Surge are getting players in place. Cug might have to do something here. He's going to see Pred. Long range vans eventually going to be taken down by Ghosty as well. At the moment, Optic are holding, but the spawn out will come in. They need the kills, and they will get them. Cug and Shotzzy combining. Yeah, you would expect an AR over towards this side, but with whatever gun you have, you just perform the role. Good job from Who getting across and then making sure that he doesn't get flanked as well. So locks it down completely for Optic Texas. Seattle Surge, 3 members just brute force through the front. Ghosty's going to have to try and survive. Tries to predict it. Isn't able to. Seattle tries to find a break. Get the spawns as well. 25 seconds remaining. It's pretty much a clean wipe. Right from Seattle. P3 spawns should be there for Optic Texas. We'll be pretty tied up by the time we get over there if Seattle can hold on. And now it's all about this next rotation. Optic will be here first. Should get some points off the start here. Realistically, Seattle Surge haven't been able to mix it up much in P1 to begin with. They will slow this crawl as they get across the map, but they need kills first. Accuracy is the one hitting the long route. Seattle Surge have struggled to hold on this map when it has come down to some of these rotations of the number 2 break team in the game. And can they find a break off the back of a huge route from accuracy here? Pred's going to find one towards the front, so the pinch is suddenly in effect. I think Dashi may well have just heard him, so the comms are going to be there from the rest of the Optic Texas boys. Have they managed to find him? Yes, they have. Hook and Dashi combining well. Really good hold from Optic Texas so far. 30 seconds remaining. No time being gathered just yet, but there you go. Back onto the point, and the lead has been exchanged a couple of times already. Rotations have been there for Optic Texas, but Surge, if they can keep things mixy, will continue to remain in this game, but they have given this one up. P4 rotation is now ongoing. It is not a very deep line. They're pushed very far up. Have to make sure they lock these spawns in. They can't give too many kills away in the middle of the map. Cute going for the swim route. Nobody here to support him yet. He's going to be looking for this first player, allowing his team to get out of P1 when this new one pops and finds accuracy to begin with. Will now try to get in towards P2. Make sure that Seattle Surge have to look 2 different directions. Seattle Surge on the other side of it. They have the setup they want. Big gunfight won by Shotzzy. He's actually going to take down Pred, who was actually watching the mid-cut. Shotzzy gets by, and then all of a sudden, Ruins is wide open. One push comes in from the back for all that. Hook won't find anything. He may well release the rest of the players who are here now as well. Dash towards the back. He's the only one who can remain, though. Ghosty from the front. It looking like a really nice break here from the side of Optic Texas, but still a little bit mixy. Seattle Surge keeping themselves a toe hold into this one just for now, but the break looking like it's going to come through really well worked. And honestly, that just all comes off that one kill from Shotzzy onto Pred. He was holding down that side and then everything falls. It's like dominoes. One falls, the rest follow. Nicely done from Optic Texas. Great start from them. 13 seconds remaining at P4. It's a big fight for P5. Looking like Optic Texas on top here as well. Seattle Surge have got to hold accuracy, tries to hold off the players that have just come rushing at him. A little bit of panic as his teammates are just not there to get the trade. Optic again. They weren't here for the very first second, but they got the break pretty quickly away from Seattle. And now Pred has to do magic towards the back, but Hugh will find him. Ghosty gets another one. And Optic, looking like the dominant team so far on Hydro, but how long can they keep it up? Controlling the spawn, Seattle Surge. Yeah, okay, you've had one rotation, get a decent chunk of time on that, but you're living on scraps for the majority. Good shots coming in from Simp, though. Through the front, are you going to be able to find anything? Simp. Same difference. Here we are. Inside the point. It is going to be a break for Seattle Surge. All in the back of a couple of kills coming in from Simp. Towards the side, finds Dashi, can't transfer onto Ghosty. So good break from Surge, but it feels like Optic Texas are the ones in complete control of this map. Seattle Surge are finding a break here or there. You've kept it scrappy, you've kept it relatively close. Don't be too deterred by what they've seen in the first rotation so far. No, but this is where it could get dangerous.
Here we go.
Dashi is posted up. The rest of Optic, they will have this P1. If they can get a good conversion, just some time on P1 and hold the P2 spawns, it becomes a little bit more disastrous for Seattle Surge. You can see already Pred is swimming. The rest of Seattle trying to get into a position to do something here. Pred may be the main man. He's going to find Dashi. It's an easy kill for him. And now there's going to be a problem. Optic are split. They've got to figure this one out.
Well, kind of.
Big kills coming through, but it's going to be spawned towards the back from Mac. That all comes down to a couple of big gunfights going on the other side of the map here as well. But you can see they're already hunting. They know that somebody slipped in it. Optic, Texas, dotting their I's, crossing their T's right now. Really has been the SMGs just holding down this rune side. When it came down to P4, there was a good break there from Optic, Texas. That side of the map is well and truly belonging to them right now. And the scoreline is showing it's about a 70-point lead. Oh, probably the best hardpoint team in the game at this moment in time. They're holding down the spawns. They will lose the final amount of scrap time towards P1, but they are limiting Seattle Surge to only small opportunities to do something. Surge did break over towards P2 last time, though. Got a good opportunity here to do so as well.
Oh my goodness, Shotty, there's going to be no hipfire for him. Pred, though, is alone in a sea of green, and he will fall. And now a difficult break for Seattle. They've got to keep it mixed. You can already see the pressure coming through Ruins as well. Accuracy, if he can make a kill anywhere, it's going to break this hill wide open. But the kills are not appearing. They're stacking and waiting. And Accuracy will find you. Civ finds a second. The race is now on.
Oh, that's a break.
Where they're going to fall. Well, they're not going to fall there for Optic, Texas. Everybody dead. You are going to find a break if you're Seattle Surge, and this is where they find the majority of their time that they did pick up in the first rotation of hills was over towards P2. Game is still 60-70 points, and as I said, it just seems to be that Seattle Surge are on the back foot, but somehow they have kept it somewhat close. Optic, Texas having a little look at this one. 15 seconds to go now. You can see the rotation towards P3 now starting to go for Optic, Texas. They will lick their wounds, walk away. Got some great time off yet on the previous rotation. Can they do it again? It's been pretty clean from Optic, Texas. As I said, they really have limited Seattle to just few points here and there. They're going to get P3 rotation again. Gonna have to be through the front door for Seattle Surge again. No accuracy on the flank this time.
Seattle Surge, it is the same story as P2, Ton. You are right. They have to break. They have to make the kills as well. Max going through. The rest of Seattle are going to be here, but they've got to find Shotty first. 2 versus 2 now, going into the point. Mac looking for Huggins and gunning. And they are pushing them back as he flies towards Ghost. It's a huge kill for them. Seattle Surge again.
Oh my god.
Mac is absolutely snapping at the moment. Make that 4 in a row. Optic, Texas are being blown out of the spawn momentarily. You can see rotation starting to come through as well. Keep an eye on the minimap and Civ.
Oh, Mac. Oh my god.
Big gunfight going to go on between him and Shotty, but it's 5 in a row from Mac. The first really good chunk of time we've seen on one hill from Seattle Surge. It's going to be about a 35-point game by the time we do head over towards B4, and it is going to be Shotty alone, all on his own. Gunfight's ongoing there this moment in time as Mac just continues. Back and forth we go. We got a tie game.
It certainly is. Seattle Surge looking to turn up the tempo. Let's find out how they're doing in the comms with a listening.
So deep right, back right, deep on a head glitch on FNA. Are you blocking? Back P2, Kyler. I'm looking top gutter. He's from P2. We can't. Yeah. Outer one shot. I got naded there. Yeah, we should just leave the hill wide. Try to kill him off time. I think he pushed close. P1 dead. Nice, could be close. Yep. Could be definitely close. I'm hitting up. Bottom close. Dead. Nice. I'm shouting up. Chow time. Front time. I'm shouting it. He's one shot. Front time. Nice. One more. Okay, two on time. It makes me not play. Yeah, I'm gonna play low right. They could be in close. Okay, I'm holding low right. They could be in close. Front close. Yeah. I want to go to the back. Go to the back. Are you guys? Yes, I have it. I'm playing runes with him. I'm shouting top. Okay. The big hill, guys. Big hill right here. One's spawned to me. Front open, at the back up. Yeah, one's spawned to me. One shot dashy. One could be front. One's still spawned. They could come front, guys. Absolutely dead. Good job. I backed up. Two front. You need to have a Lamar. I found out. Front dashy on the ground. Window room dead. Nice. Last guy. He just ran too close. I'm on that rock. Someone get good times. I'm looking low right. I'm blocking. I'm blocking the front right now. I'm not front. I'm looking dead. Nice. Good job. Looking for who can dash. He's like closing me. You can dash. Big heal, boys. I'm holding pound still. I'm looking low right. Open. Nice. Big cut back. Okay, go see. Okay, ruins. Front window. He double crossed. I need help on time. Front door, bro. 2 of them. God, I need help on time. 2 on top. Went up top. Okay. I'm popping in the pie. Hold on. Keep pulling out.
Seattle Surge calling out Hukin dashing, so they couldn't find him. They still couldn't find Hukin. Stays alive, breaks the point. And Optic get back into what was looking like a Seattle Surge hold.
I was talking about how they needed a really big hold whilst we were listening to that listening, and they get a good chunk of one there. who's 30 seconds pretty much uncontested.
Is that a
Optic
video?
Texas,
Nice, I like
nowhere
it.
to be seen. We will head into a third rotation, but it's same
Shotsy
old
with an
story when it
AR.
comes down to
Oh, okay.
Hydro. We will probably end this over towards P2. Shotsy looking. Fish in a barrel springs to mind. His accuracy will get taken down. Seattle Surge have to be pretty much perfect from now. Optic Texas are in the point, and they are 10 points away from the win.
It could be death by 1,000 cuts. All Optic have to do is make Seattle bleed just a little bit. Just a kill here and there, just a trade, and the team nade will seal the deal. Dashi will
I like
get
that
2,
shit.
and Optic will walk away the victors in map number 1. There was signs of life from Seattle Surge. It was a mixy fight across the map from both teams, but sometimes you need a big hold to make the difference.
I'd be really interested to have a look at the stats in terms of how rotations went down. Tim will hear this and he'll be looking already for me, but it felt like such a strange game. We were kind of having the conversation during the listening to sort of say it. It's felt like a bit of a game that hasn't flowed in a certain sense. It just felt like Optic Texas were getting a rotation, picking up 30 or 40 points. Seattle Surge would find a break. Optic Texas would get a rotation and repeat after repeat after. And it just felt like a strange one. Surge never really had a solid rotation, I want to say. That the break percent, look at some of the games they've got coming up next week too. I mean, it's not pretty viewing if you're a Surge fan. Okay, you got Boston Breach tomorrow. That's a winnable one, but that's the one that you must win. You can't allow Breach to get you caught up. You start getting into an awkward little position. You got subliners as well. Of course, if they do go on to lose this one, there's still plenty of time to go. But those statistics will tell you that it might not come into Search and Destroy yet. Optic Texas, very efficient in this one, sitting at 6-3. Seattle have lost 4 in a row when it's come down to Hotel Search and Destroy. Gonna have to change things around here. Oh, they're 2-0 down.
Let's see what they can do. It's been better recently. Predator's been their main man as well. We go straight for an Optic push, and it looks like Dash is just going to make sure he can keep an eye here. Snake off as well, and he catches Mac in the face, but Pred goes for the trade.
Nice
Ghosty gets one back as well. The problem is Optic have identified that side of the map is open.
The slaying from oh my god, the Optic Texas boys on this map absolutely fried, but Sib will send Hook to the Shadow Realm. Fantastic shots coming on through. Seattle Surge now trying the 3v4. It's the first blood for Optic Texas, which is going to be something that's very, very crucial in this one. 54% of the time they're finding those first bloods. Surge are the last ranked team when it does come down to those disadvantageous rounds in a 3v4. There's one on the cards here in round number 1. 2v2 now. Sib has read this correctly. Will need some help from accuracy very, very shortly. He's about to get it. The bomb's going down. Dead Silence popped.
Oh, it's perfect, but the timing's slightly off. He heard it. He knew what was going on. The Dead Silence is popped, but he's finding nothing. Optic have not shown him hide nor hair. And Ghosty finds accuracy as well. Sib, all the wallbang as well. Is it going to work? He finds Shotsy, but he's just in a better position. And it's a clean clear out in the end from Optic.
Nice round.
Lovely work from Optic Texas. Outside of Hook getting gunned at Archers. Lovely little transition over towards B. Find those initial gunfights and just plays the team together. Make their move around. First bloods are going to be important here. As mentioned, Surge in those disadvantageous situations are very, very rarely finding it. But as we now head over towards an Optic Texas defense, keep an eye on how things break down here. They allow a lot of plants, the most in the league, but they have the highest retake when that bomb does go down in terms of winning those rounds as well. So maybe they don't mind that bomb going down so much, which is why we see it so often. Seattle Surge, they're going to play into that, or they're going to take their time. Well, it's the first blood for Mac, waiting on Dashi with that bedroom control. Now an opportunity over towards the A side. Ghosty on the cross though, 3v3.
And they've taken this mid-map control.
The snake off.
Ghosty, it's all about trying to watch that cross, trying to make sure they don't get onto that bomb plant. No tactical, no grenade. Shotsy looking for a kill here as well. Now he just wants to get out realistically. He's seen 2 of the players. That's been called out, unfortunately. Ghosty's gone down. Shotsy's gone for the reach out. Just gunned him completely, bringing it back to a 2 versus 2.
What can they do with this positioning? Accuracy grabs a hold of the bomb. Hook just trying to stay alive, and I'm wondering if Mac is hearing him, but both of them Dead Silence popped. Mac's at 30%, make that 20, make that 10. He's about to be a very loud boy, but Hook, his position is known now. Accuracy by name and nature. Hook will fall. Shotsy now in a 1 versus 2. Not very much information. And this is a difficult one. 2-0 from him. He's going to have to make it 3. Does so. Finds Mac. It's a 1v1.
And now can he figure this one out? With Dead Silence popped, he can check every single corner. He's going to be relying on his reflexes, his movement, his momentum. and his knowledge. Already going around to check out Marble. Won't see anybody here. And now it's like, where has this player gone? Did they miss him top bedroom? Does he see him? Does he see him?
He knows it.
He might have figured this one out. Accuracy, though, is ready for him. Ready, waiting, and willing. And what Shotzzy, it will not be the clutch.
That's a tough one. Checked everything, but exactly where accuracy was. Just a hard gunfight when somebody's going to attack at that backstage. If Shotzzy is going to even trial that gunfight, doesn't know where he is in accuracy. Held tight. Was it ever in any doubt the Iceman? Well done from Seattle, though. Bomb down and secured. Very little that Shotzzy could do about that with the 1v2. A tough one. As soon as he doesn't find that kill pretty quickly after that first initial one that he does, it's always a lot more difficult when accuracy has time to find himself in a position. One apiece. Attacking rounds going over to both sides. What can Optic Texas do with their second one here now?
Shotzzy sometimes can be called a bit of a madman. He actually got stun check there, and hey, I'm still going to check it. Regardless, doesn't matter. Finds Mac, still moving. Knows where Sib is. He's going to challenge it. He's going to challenge it, but he's got no health. He needs help. Somehow stays alive on 6 health. Shotzzy is a horrible kill for any player, but accuracy with the lock-in.
Still just a little bit weak. Hook moves away from that position, probably isn't expecting that gunfight to come through. But for all this distraction that's going on in Restaurant, guess what? Bomb down over towards A. Hook now playing this island and honestly staying alive for 5 or 10 more seconds. It's just going to be such a dagger. This is why Pred has to look for him. Hook behind them is such an issue. Optic Texas 3v2 bomb down. It should be there around unless Pred can find something. Hook will find him. And now Sib left in the 1 versus 3. He's already dead. Wonderfully played from Hook.
Right now.
He gives off that side angle where Shotzzy is inevitably killed by accuracy. And then it just stays alive as the other teammates are planting the bomb over towards the other side of the map. And he knows that he has to be chased down, so he's just holding the angle, biding his time, and thinking to himself, right, okay, when are Pred and Cole going to start rotating? Because they're going to have to do it shortly. As soon as they do, bounce into action. Nicely done from Hook.
And I'll tell you something. For Optic, that all started with the Shotzzy kill on Mac. Once he said, hey, mid's open, you can move. I probably would have liked him to stay alive a second, but accuracy just held his iron and probably wasn't expecting the player to be sitting there just ready for him. And now we need another split map. Seattle and Optic have done the same thing. Pred almost catches Hugh.
Hook gonna have to back on down, so a little bit of information now for Seattle's surge. But what do Optic Texas do with that? Do they make the move over? Shotzzy kinda has the cross. So he will get information for his team, but he has to be wary for the push that may well come through from Sib. Considering the push out, nobody covering his right-hand side. Shotzzy playing with fire here.
Their silence can now move. Find Sib as well. That's the kill down. Still moving, still grooving. Shotzzy looking. Smelling blood in the wind, but Mac has found him before. Down to a 3 versus 3. Dashy knows as well. Pistol in place, sniper out at the same time. That bomb is going down. Dashy might react to this, but Ghosty will get accuracy before it does.
Ghosty, how'd you?
That's a huge kill on the Mac as well. With Dashy lingering in that area with only a pistol. Ghosty finding that kill may well solidify the round in a 3-1 lead for Optic Texas now. Pred is playing that lone man in the middle of the map, trying to clean up if anybody makes their way over towards a hopefully planted bomb. It's a minimum of 3 for Ghosty. Big plays from Dan. Optic Texas very much in the driving seat now.
And it all fell apart for them.
Jesus.
All the back on Dan Ghosty. 7-1. Some people talk about his KD not all as being amazing, but we all know that he pulls it out the bag and he has transformed this Optic team from a good team to a great team.
6-1.
And realistically, they have been the favorite for a little while now. They just need to go one step further, and that's what Major 5 is all about.
Hey, you'd rather be finding form towards the business end of the season.
Fucking Daves.
Ghosty again, 5 spray, 8-1 from him.
Oh my god!
Huge S&D performance.
Dude, I thought he was gonna win that.
Kill on the save, and that's not necessarily something he's known for. Flying towards players towards bedroom. Shotsy's usually that guy. He gets the bomb down, but Hook now left in a 1v2.
Dead Sun's still active, going for it. Gonna check this one as well, and finds Sib, but doesn't get the kill. Wanted it so desperately, using the Dead Suns to come around here as well. Finds Pred, doesn't get the kill again. Hugh cannot finish his dinner. Still gunning, still running, has to make a move onto it as well. Look looking for the snaking Pred, but will not get it in the end. And it's heartbreak.
Damn.
Hugh made the plays, but could not get the slays.
Fantastic work from Pred.
He had that.
That's the #1 S&D KD this season at a 1.3. Just playing his life, he may well be 3 and 4, but those kind of moments. Knows he doesn't have to take the gunfight into Hugh. It's kind of a 50-50. They trade a couple of bullets here and there. But why the hell would you challenge it when your teammate's defusing?
Get cable-free live TV with no hidden fees or long-term contracts and 100+ channels.
Staying alive, keep them guessing. Crucial round for Seattle Surge there.
The ads in the middle of a chat.
And a curious one for Optic, I want to say, as far as you've got Shotzzy planting the bomb and Ghosty running forward, I presume the call is then made because of the dead silence being available for Ghosty. Sitting in 8 and 2, feeling himself. Haven't seen much of Dashy so far. Bullet winging its way over towards the bar side. Push will inevitably come through. That's why he backs down. Probably needs some backup. Seattle posturing over towards the safe side now.
And here he is. Dashy. Scooping every angle. Checking every point. But that bomb will go down. He is alone with a pistol. Dead silence now pop for him. But this is not an easy thing for him to do. He needs players here to make his trade. Maybe get a bit mixy. Find out where everybody is.
He may well just have to play information for his teammates. Trades going on all over the map. Dashy was alive and is now dead. Now all of a sudden it is a 1 versus 2 for Ghosty. Seattle Surge trying to tie this one up. Stun check comes in. Here comes Pred. And surely the round. Yes, eventually he will clear it up. Yeah, strange one. And honestly, I really like that from Seattle Surge. So they give up mid-map control and just go completely for the bedroom push. As soon as that snipe comes up from Dashy, they know to themselves that they can not freely push it, but get themselves in a really good position where they can just force those numbers in. At the very worst, you get a trade. You give up that mid-map control in the middle at the beginning of the round, so you don't try to fight for that because Optic Texas will no doubt be there in numbers. Good work from Seattle Surge, judging where Optic Texas were to absolute perfection, and all of a sudden it's 3-3.
How do they play this one? They've taken mid-control a few times already, switching the bomb over. Looks like they might go for A again, but the pressure's all going to be onto Shotzzy. Players are flooding into this midpoint here. Shotzzy's alone. Hugh's already going to go down. Is he going to be an X-Factor? They're looking for him as well. Can't finish it onto accuracy. He's surrounded by Seattle Surge. They find nothing. Dashing alone in 1 versus 4, but it's no good.
Holy shit, they just
Seattle have come back in this S&D with a vengeance.
I must have been a double dead silence hit on the outside of restaurant because you would have thought Shotzzy would have hit something. Didn't quite catch it in my eye whether or not the dead silence was popped. I was too busy concentrating on whether Shotzzy was going to find the kill on accuracy, which maybe blows things wide open. If he can get himself then back into the middle of the map, he can maybe mess with them just a little bit. But I like the players coming out from Seattle Surge. Very aggressive. And the most aggressive player that we know in Shotzzy. Not ready for that one. 4-3 Seattle Surge. Very quick turnaround here. Pred on a 5-3 as well. A 6 would be nice.
This is where it goes. Pred already making a move. He gets a stun onto Hugh. Wait a minute, that stun didn't hit him somehow. No stun check. Still moving. Still looking for a little bit of parkour. Got to wait for his teammates. Knows if he goes in, it will be trade o'clock.
Dude.
Slow and steady.
Don't
challenge calming things down after what has been a couple of chaotic rounds. Back with the bomb. Starting to rotate over towards the A side. So I said Pred's playing the island role, but accuracy is there right alongside of him, but now just starting to make his way over. Optic Texas going to read this. Ghosty's the one who's going to find the information the quickest. That grenade is going to give him an indication of exactly what's going on and just predicts the push that starts to come through. The knife from accuracy on the Shotzzy. The round explodes into life. It's a 2v2.
The bomb, though, is over by A. That's where it must go. Ghosty looking for it. Is Sib going to rotate? The rotate will back. This gunfight is huge. It actually wins it, but it's now a sprint off. It's a move. It's a must. Only Ghosty can slow this. Sib picking the wrong angle for it as well, and Ghosty identifies it. There is no time. They have to find him, and it comes down to a fight. The Ghosty wins again. The man that Optic needs.
My man's fucking. Oh my god. Okay, for one,
it's just
accuracy
Ghosty.
ready. Two, Ghosty
After
just
every
Dude.
single round he seems to be clutching up for Optic Texas. That was a tough gunfight because
That
accuracy
was
just
nuts.
guesses, and he's like, well, I've got to
Oh
spray my
my
gun. I
God,
do not have the
Ghosty.
time, and he still wins it. But what I loved about that one, he's the one playing the angle. As soon as he hears the nade call that comes in over towards that desk side, readjusts, knows that they're just checking it, they're going to push bedroom out. And instead of watching the crossover towards the site, readjusts his angle to expect the push. Mac is done and dusted. And he clutches up for Optic Texas. Ghosty is having a game.
Ghosty's in, bro. Jesus. 12
Oh, now
and 4.
Optic
Now it's
playing a little
Ghosty's
bit
turn to set a
passive.
huke.
They've sent Shotzi out again. He's used his dead silence. No, wait a minute. I thought he had. He hasn't. I'm lying. But he has got a little bit of map positioning. Optic don't have anything towards A. If they don't make this B push, it might be a little bit slower. They are going to have to figure this out. Shotzi already been tickled up.
Restaurant still the objective here for Optic Texas. Seattle not giving them much though. And Pred is going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with here. Playing the standard positions, but it's never an easy gunfight.
The call's been made.
Texas now, yeah, the standing numbers over here. This might just be a big hit.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we
my
go.
god, they're going to hit it
Oh,
with at
no.
least 3. Here they go, all diving in. Pred needs to find something. His teammates already gone down. Pred pops up and down he falls. Nothing for Seattle.
They didn't get
Kitchen
any.
has fallen. And now,
Wow.
Mac, you're part of a dead silence, which is the sound of your teammates because they aren't here.
This would be something.
At Priority ER Care, we have the newest CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and labs facility in the Permian Basin.
Mac now in the 1v4.
my
Yeah,
God.
there's the sound cue. Dead silence and on. Doors make noise. Optic Texas waited and waited and then just went, screw it! And 4 men in the kitchen. Oh,
Risky
doesn't
call, but
necessarily. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to work these things out sometimes, isn't it? It's just like, well, okay, yeah, if we 4 man in the kitchen, even if they got 2, yeah, we should walk away as victors at least. When the time boils down that long, it can get to that stage where you're just like, well, what other opportunity or what other option do we have? And now all of a sudden, 1 round away, it's been so back and forth. Optic now in control, 1 round away from the map.
big hit towards mid. Optic will take full control. A tactic we've seen them pull out time and time again. Preddy's waiting. He hasn't seen anybody, but on the other side, accuracy has the door. Has to hold. He's got Shotty and Hugh flying Evan as well. He finds the first. Barely stays alive. The nade comes down as well. But
Oh,
Shotty
Shotty
lands
gets
it
it.
in his forehead. And now Sib and Mac, 2 versus 3.
Shotzi playing the weird
How did you win
angle
that?
and somehow finds Sid.
How did you get that?
An absurd
It was behind the
gunfight.
pillar.
And now Mac left all alone. 1 versus 3. Dashi sees him. Mac will find it. This is achievable. 45 seconds, but nowhere near the bomb. And look at Optic Texas. They know exactly where it is. This is so hard now for Mac.
Oh, Mac, you gotta go, dude.
Dead silence now active. 33 seconds. Optic
Oh my
are set up
God.
because they know. Shotzi and Ghosty on Overwatch.
Dude,
He will chow this,
this is so trolly.
but he doesn't know A, which direction, and B, that they both are here. There's the stun check. I don't know if it hit. It definitely didn't hit Shotzi. Matt going for it, and Shotzi looking for him. It's a bit of a wobble. Absolutely no order away, but the time is away, and Shotzi
Wow.
gets a final kill. His 3rd in that round.
Wow.
That ends the map. 2-0
Ghosty with,
for Optic.
what, 13?
And that flank,
Let me see the
unbelievable.
stats. Let me see the stats for the next pick'ems.
Wonderful, wonderful search and destroy from these 2 teams. Yeah, clutches, we had everything. And it is that flying towards the end.
Wow, Seattle
Shotzi
going
finding
down
3
0-2.
in the round. Each and every single one of Optic Texas members finding their moments to take
Dude,
over.
Optic is just
I think the only one that was kind of just
they're
chilling,
just a
feet up was
powerhouse
Dashi.
right now. Jesus Christ.
Everyone else having their moments.
13 and 4, 10 and 7.
13 and 4
Dashi,
from
Dashi.
Ghosty, though, is the
Bugger.
highlight. Like they were going to lose one of the first 2 maps. It just felt comfortable. Really good performance so far, but the stats were leaning towards them the first 2 maps. They do not in this one. 10-7 record for Seattle, and a lot of that record is really down to that offensive win percentage. Very, very good at attacking rounds on Seattle Surge, as are Optic Texas, but Seattle take the cake on that one. Defense pretty much tied, so keep an eye on these attacks. They are going to be very important. But with the way that Ghosty has been playing so far, it's a worrisome trend for Seattle Surge. Optic Texas looking to
gonna-
close this out. as quickly as they can, or have Seattle got something in this series.
Ready? A little bit of a trade going through. Shotzi's shutting down Prep before he can do any more damage, but it is a complete A takeover. Seattle Surge moving pretty. Are Optic going to hit this again? It looks like they might go for a dash. He's already going to be here. Wins the gunfight. 2 gunfights. And the pressure is coming through. Wins a 3rd gunfight. All right, Dashy.
I like it.
He's been a bit quiet. I wonder if he's just thinking about turning up eventually. He hasn't needed to over the first 2 maps, to be honest with you. The Optic Texas boys have been absolutely fried. Dashi has just been there, feet up, doing what he needs to do. Seattle Surgers are going to get a little bit of control over towards the A side, but Optic Texas not willing to give this one up yet.
They're fighting it to the bitter end. In comes Dashi again, but Pred is waiting for him. Still, Optic committing players to this push. Hugh gets the kill, and now they're going to have to get it against Hugh. He's in control. They've poked players over towards A Optic. They're making sure that they don't throw this one away.
Oh, nice play from Mac and Pred. Mac spinning around, helping his teammates out, and all of a sudden it's actually 4 dead, so Optic Texas could be backs against the wall here. You can already see Sib and Pred making their way over towards B. No control for Optic Texas mid-map. You're going to have to fight from the back foot here. A is gone. Time extended.
Have they overcooked it? They're now going to make the kills. Dashy's waiting. Sib and Dashy going against it, but Sib's going to win that gunfight. Optic in a little bit of trouble here. Seattle Surge committing more players to the point. They aren't getting the kills. And Optic literal backs against the wall. 2nd tick now going to be in. Where are they? Ghosty will find 2, but will it be enough as Sib pushes forward as well? They have stopped it for a second. Shotzi with an important kill as well. Optic a little second to breathe.
I have no idea how Ghosty's found those 2 kills. I don't know if it's a collab with the attack, but the problem is the pressure is still on. Slaying ability from Surge is very much here on the forefront of things right now as Pred looking to farm away. Hook is going to be the next one to fall. Shotzi right there alongside of him. The pressure's still on. Seattle are completely unrelenting right now.
They have the life advantage. They can keep it trying.
Perfect.
Wait a minute. Shotzi finds 2. I was going to say Seattle want to keep this competitive. They want to get the trades going through. They have the life advantage. They still have 2. But Shotzi is hunting. Dead silence reset. They have bedroom control as well.
All the timing.
We're a breath away from taking it, but Shotzi is taking over.
Can we take a step back? There's 1 minute and 10 seconds left. There's 8 lives left. This is being absolutely ludicrous. Both these 2 teams have just been flying at each other over and over and over again, but Optic Texas have now had time to dig those trenches. They can sit back, soak up this pressure that Seattle put on to them so fast, but the kill's starting to flow the way of Optic Texas. Make that 3 dead. No lives remaining now for Seattle Surge, who are in such a commanding position. They still have an opportunity here, but Optic Texas have held on somehow, some way.
Still a few calls going down. It's 2 versus 4, though. All the cards for Optic. Hugh in bedroom control as well. 28 seconds on the clock. Seattle need a miracle.
Not gonna happen. Dasha will find Pred. Sib will then fall. What a strange round. Seattle Surge in that instance, the transition from A to B is very, very good. Of course, they find the kills on either side of the map, and you call it out. Had Optic Texas overcooked it? I believe so. I think they did. They overcommitted over towards A. Obviously, hindsight, you lose the gunfights. If that doesn't happen, you're in a good spot. But they lose the gunfights over towards A. B then becomes open for Seattle, and they just do not want to give up the grasp, I want to say, that they had on towards B. It's that constant roll of kills coming in. You've got the spawns over towards bedroom. Send it, send it, send it. They haven't had a chance to get that bedroom control. And ultimately, that's their downfall. They lose too many lives. Optic Texas then get a little bit of a hold back. Seattle have nothing to play with.
Hey, sometimes the play call has to be all right. Let's start windmilling in. And both teams went for it. And as the fight's kicked off, Optic just held the line for a second longer. But they have their own opportunity to attack here. Ghost is like, all right, 3 point. I'll sit here, scoop up a bit of time, pause the clock. No reinforcements for him, though, and he has to check a lot of angles. Will not find the kill onto Sib. Seattle Surge actually holding Optic at arm's length.
And yeah, for Ghosty there in that situation. Capture B all on his own, of course, but a distraction technique. Now Optic Texas, because of everything that has transpired with only 56 seconds remaining, do have the bedroom control now. Spawns are there. These next couple of gunfights are massively important. Shotzi will find 1. Trophies out, as is Dashi from the window. Expecting another one over towards the top bedroom. Shotzi may take him down, but this is good progress for Optic Texas. But he's gone. It might well be gone.
Accuracy.
Never mind.
Name and nature. Not a bullet miss, not a breath wasted.
Oh, this
4
one right
kills.
next.
Unfortunately, just mobbed him.
Did they just spawn on him?
And Mac will hold them at bay for a second more.
We'll find one. Trophies out, as is Dashi from the window. Expecting another one over towards the top bedroom. Shotzi may take him down, but this is good progress for Optic. But he's gone. It might well be gone.
Accuracy.
Never mind.
Name and nature. Not a bullet missed, not a breath wasted.
Oh, this
4
one right
kills,
next.
unfortunately, just mobbed him. And Mac will hold them at bay for a second more.
Accuracy just pulls off great shots. Holds down B. Yeah, we've spawned right next to you, boys. Wow, great shots coming in from Fred as well. This man can do with everything. I love the SMGs adapting more so recently. The TAC maybe nerfed just a little bit. They're getting, sorry, the Vaz nerfed a little bit. Getting the TAC out a little bit more. But now Optic Texas have to commit over towards A. Good progressive B, but you need to extend this time.
Too many guns against them. Sib knows he's going to be outnumbered and chowed, and down he falls. Optic just clearing the lines. Only Pred in a position to do anything, but he's in a position to do anything. And, oh my goodness, I thought he was going to get stabbed, but stays alive. Will Seattle swing for this ton?
They'll consider it. Not much time on the... Oh, yeah, okay, well, maybe they don't have a chance to consider it.
19-12,
To be honest,
if
lives
they
on
fucking
that
pull
side.
this off.
Maybe only one tick over towards B, but
They just need a
not
quick
great
4 dead.
deal of time.
They actually, wait, yeah,
No
they
reason
actually
to
do.
commit to
They just need a
anything.
quick
There
4
should be
dead.
a kill on
Stack
Sipred.
that
He
shit
does
and
get
then
taken
fucking
down.
they win it. They win the round.
Sib just holding tight. Texas still with a lot
Seattle
of work
can't
to
troll
do
this,
here.
dude.
That
They
one
can't
tick
troll
is
this.
all they need, so it's only one good break. Lives may be 17-9, but it is one good break.
Seattle must not falter. They cannot afford a mistake. They cannot afford a wipe. They hold the cards in their hands of victory on this round. Red finds Dashi as well. Slows Optic just a few seconds more. Mac waiting for anything top Bodrum, and Optic know this. They know they can't afford to give it away.
Dude.
Shotzi just playing this one patient. Tries to
Nice,
check it.
big
No, he
kill.
isn't. So it keeps that pressure on.
Start it.
They will know Mac is over here as well. Sib towards the other side of the map is going to cause issue. Optic Texas running
Oh my
out
god,
of
Sib.
ideas. Mac, if you can find this, may well just solidify the round. There you go. That should be
Something
it
go
now.
touch my foot.
3 lives
I got
remaining
so
for
scared
Optic
it was
Texas.
So fucking wire to the headphone.
Doable because of the one segment they need. Maybe not with 2.
Mac knows where this last player is as well. Very loud up top. Says thank you to Ghosty. Where's that second player? You can see a late
it,
and
yeah.
a Shotzi and a
Damn.
dead and a next round for these. And you have to give a little bit of credit to accuracy. Yeah, it's a 3-piece with nobody looking at him, but the right time, the right place keeps that segment from being fulfilled.
Well, we get to see it again.
Dude.
YouTube TV has no hidden fees and includes unlimited DVR space. YouTube TV. Try it free.
A good chunk of your time is actually spent writing emails. If you don't know what Grammarly is, it's basically a digital.
Told you dead into you.
Dead. Nothing but gunny.
No, I actually wonder where the other Seattle Surge players were at that stage because of the bedroom spawn that immediately comes in. And he's like, no, I'll push out bedroom, they'll be spawning kitchen. Nope. All that hard work. But enough, in the end, Seattle Surge just about hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Big A hit coming in off the rip. Surge not going to allow that same mistake to be made as last time. Texas here to match it though, across the board. Hook with the first blood. Max to trade that one out. Seattle could do with this attack.
A bit quiet. Pred just waiting for the aggression here. This might be an adjustment by Seattle. Knowing just how much pressure the SMGs are putting onto it, they've caught them again. And now they're starting to make their move. Pred with a dead silence. Is he going A or is he going B? Now he's got this A kill. He might push out himself. They're going for both points at the same time, Ton.
And relenting on both sides again. The pressure from Seattle Surge that they put on in these attacking rounds. Absolutely ridiculous. Optic Texas are able to answer back over towards B, and well, I don't see them making their way over towards A. They might as well just lock themselves in. Chotzi has a flutter with the idea. Flirts with it. And gets taken down. So there you go. Optic Texas will
There goes
choke
Schneider
A up.
right
Set
now.
themselves up now.
Just getting put in the
Life
blender.
advantage is there for Seattle Surge. Max
After a
20 and 12.
good S&D start. It's all
Every
good.
single kill that falls on through helps Seattle just slowly make their way up the map here. Optic Texas having to sit tight.
Oh, that's a big fucking win from Mac.
Shotzi caught it perfectly, but Max says, I don't care if you know where I am. And has gunned him. Optic starting to feel a little bit of pressure. They push out a special for this. Freeze and a cute finds too. Didn't want it to happen. Shotzi did end up falling down, but it's still keeping it chaotic.
was about to say, it has felt
What a stun.
pretty wild.
Accuracy
These two
match.
teams just hammering each other in every single aspect. Big kills coming through from accuracy though. Hook up top on a 5 spree. Cruise missile wouldn't hit. Shotsy, yeah, he's gonna clean up nicely done. Pred behind the desk though. That's not a favorable gunfight, but Surge are just pushing, and it feels like one by one they seem to fall off the Texas when they do get a chance to set themselves up. Seattle Surge just haven't had that opportunity to keep that pressure on, as we've seen in the previous round. Optic Texas dug in deep now.
Does it look like Seattle were kind of looking for that same play again, expecting a little bit of aggression out of Optic? They have found it. Ghosty and Shotsy have fallen. The issue being is right now that spawn for Optic is still better. They can get the reinforcements back into place before Seattle can.
Oh, that check as well. Yeah, Ghosty don't know there's a lot going on over here. Sid will be the first call, knows exactly where Mac is as well.
Nice,
Can win
Ghosty.
the gunny. Good play from Ghosty. Shotsy will clean things up as well. Accuracy may well be in bedroom, but Optic Texas, 35 seconds remaining. Lives pretty much even. This will be a big gunfight win. Now you can force out the glass side. Shotsy's waiting over towards the kitchen. Will get taken down, so still an opportunity here for Seattle Surge, but Hook in the meantime gets a hold of the cruise.
Huke's just waiting. He's their ace in the hole. This is the last start because Seattle Surge are moving on to the point, but they have a Huke behind them. And Huke looking for an easy kill on the first. Looks for accuracy. Accuracy's firing with all he's got here. Tack burning away, but it's not going to be enough. An 8 streak for Huke as he goes to work. And
Let's go,
Bedroom is
baby.
his.
Aw.
Disgraceful shots coming in from Hook. The streak is ended. Marky just need to jump. It's a 5 spree for Ghosty as well. Good resolute defense from Optic
boys.
Texas. It almost feels like Seattle Surge, they put that pressure on, and if they don't have a lot of players forced up towards that side, they kind of seem to run out of ideas. But it's really good defense from Optic Texas, making sure that they find those kills. You're sitting back, yeah, irons are up, and just make sure you find the gunny, and then you can push forward. And when they do push forward, it's very hard for Seattle to break them down. They really do struggle. They can find those first couple of initial kills over towards the B side. Seattle do seem to flow through, but they struggled when they couldn't find those kills. Look at the slaying difference though. Mac is there at 25 and 18. I'm pretty sure it is a relatively heavy positive for Seattle Surge, and yet they find themselves 2-1 down.
For Optic, victory requires an attack to end it now. And Ghosty's slow rolling this. He's going to catch accuracy as well. And now they strike. They
Big up.
waited. It's an unbelievable call
Wow.
from Optic. This was the game plan.
They waited for them. Seattle Surge thought it was all going on over towards A, but danger again straight off the rip. The second tick's about to go through. This might be gone.
And it is. It's a perfect play. It's a perfect day. The third tick is rocking.
wow.
They've got kills on the other side. Seattle were lost. They've now got to sprint. They've got to get past him. Mac, that's a huge kill on the Shotsy, because now they can get into restaurant. Without it, they would have been all at sea.
They had to find that. Shotsy doing so well to even find one, but it's 6 now for Ghosty. Who has the cruise missile?
As we
As
said,
does
Ghosty not having a
Big
great
down
game
himself.
turns it around, bro.
So much artillery to their name. The lives on their side. The map scoreline on their side. Everything is backing Optic Texas to close this out in 3. Got plenty of time to try and break this down, and this slowly are. Kills are falling their way.
Seattle are pinned. Seattle's supposed to be defending, but they are pinned back here. Accuracy gets one. Mac's going to fall as well. Accuracy will go down as well. Optic go for the stack. No need for cruise missiles. They've got them in the guns. And Seattle now have to hit this. The retake is everything.
Can they find a way through? Optic have been absolutely ruthless, but 7 accuracy finding the kills, and one of the players inside these cruise missiles.
Why didn't we push
and
out?
everyone falls. Kitchen spawn still there for Optic Texas, and there is still plenty of time. Do not get me wrong. It might just be a momentary pause for Seattle to try and find something, but they've still got so much work to do.
Duke falls. Pred somehow still alive. Nobody going for the chat onto him. They don't want to. It'll be Shotsy. It might be Dashy. Shotsy's going to jump out as well, and he gets the kill. Oh no! It's a huge team kill. Dashy gets Ghosty and dies himself. Optic have the life advantage, and they have time. What they need now is ice in the blood.
That was a big stack over towards the kitchen, if I'm honest. Pred does such a good job to just back them down. Tag came through onto Shotsy there, so Seattle Surge are very well aware of his position, but of course the movement is there. And nobody else from Optic Texas in cohesion at the same time. The only gunfight that can be won is Ghosty.
And Optic have walked this path. They have done the hard work. They can break Seattle now, but they break nothing. Only Ghosty finds one kill.
Oh my god.
Time ticking. Ghosty finds a second.
Oh my god.
Ghosty, when you need him the most, he arrives, but he falls. 8 seconds. It's a sprint. It's a run. It's a shot. It's a dive. He has to get into the point with 2.1 seconds left. He does it. They are in. Optic
No.
still alive. Still
No way.
breathing, still
Oh.
It is done. Surely they spawned.
They did it.
Seattle
They did it.
Surge have
They just did it.
broken and melted into
They
the
just did it. They
place. Optic
Ghosty
taking
just
control.
went huge.
Oh my god.
Ghosty just went fucking massive.
What a round from Optic,
He
Texas.
secured the dub against Seattle.
And it's a ghosty takeover series.
Oh
What on earth was
my
that?
god, bro.
Marcus, no
My
one
man's
to
hat
tell
was
us
like
what they say.
9-17,
Like, no,
bro.
I've been stabbed in the back. Oh my god. We
Wow.
might well have won it in the next round anyway with the way that they were playing, but that is a
Wow.
statement 3-0 win. An absurd end to the control that closed the series. What a game.
Wow.
Dan Ghosty the Mosty. That was outrageous, ridiculous, disrespectful, and disgraceful, all wrapped up in a three-piece.
That is insane out of
Should have been
Ghosty.
traded.
Holy
The
shit.
second was incredible.
GG's.
If that was
GG's.
it, the third.